Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture. Listen, as you all come in, make sure you hit that like button. And then if you like what you see, subscribe. And once you subscribe, you'll be open to a plethora of videos that I have done on pop culture chat, celebrity news, and celebrity legal news, where we'll be reviewing court cases and giving our opinions about such. Listen, child, let me tell y'all something. As I was doom scrolling over there on the tweetars, over there on the X app, Kiki Palmer is over there getting royally roasted. People are sick of her. Is Kiki Palmer's new show tone deaf, or is it controversy, or is it up for conversation? It's something that we need to talk about. I'm definitely going to talk about it because I think we ask for Black creators to create, and then we get mad at the creations that they've come up with. Let's get into it. So, what are we talking about? So, Kiki Palmer on her network or her YouTube page, the Key TV, she has come up with a couple of different shows. And this show that she has at this juncture is called Southern Fried Rice. And on this channel, on this show, it is a show about an Asian girl uh, who was adopted by a Black family, uh, going to an HBCUs and how she is navigating that. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Bum, 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 bum. And so we are going to share. Let me see how we're looking at the share. Here we are. Yeah. So where are we? Here we are. So this is, I think that they have an episode that's already out, but they also have a trailer. And I wanted to look at the trailer. So let's go to the page.
Look, I know everyone thinks being in front of the camera is the end game.
All right, say cheese.
Okay, I know I got some explaining to do. I got it. Let's start with the elephant in the room.
All right, say cheese.
Sorry about that, y'all. Things just rolling so quickly. Let's watch this trailer together.
All right, say cheese.
Okay, I know I got some explaining to do. I got it. Let's start with the elephant in the room.
Yes, I'm Asian. Yes, my family's Black. And yes, I've always been hard to miss.
This is Coco.
College is what you make it. Once you immerse yourself in the opportunities here, I'm sure that you will find W has so much to offer.
I mean, too hoe or not too hell.
Don't forget who you are. Coco, that girl, Jackson.
For a lot of people, this is hard to understand, but Black culture is the only culture I know.
Okay.
Tiger, pride, W, you know.
For every person that prejudges you, there are dozens of people that can't wait to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's why I chose Rat University. So I could be with people who get me.
So that I can figure out who I am beyond the comfort of what's familiar.
Okay. That is the trailer for Southern Fried Rice. There is a looks like there's 2 episodes that's already been. I don't have anything bad about that trailer. So let's look at the comments down below. So this was a day ago. She says, so she grew up in a black fam but needs to go to HBO's to figure out who she is. This would make much more sense if a black girl was adopted into a non-black family and went to an HBCU to find herself. In a time where black history is being ripped from shelves and black women are at an alarmingly unemployed employment rate, retelling stories about a Korean girl at an HBCU. Read the room, bro. A lot of people are saying two things. You need to wrap this up. Wrap this up. I'm so tired of pandering to people outside of the black community. This is not a show for us. We need to wrap this up. I'm sure this will be great, but it would have been very interesting to see the reverse dynamic of a black girl adopted into an Asian family. We're always accepting everyone. Nice to see some reciprocity, even if it's fake. Wow. And the potluck says, this is Cindy Wilson's story. She's an HBCU grad from Jackson State. She was born and adopted in Korea as a baby by black military parents and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. You would do a great service to this show by crediting her, adding proper context, and highlighting the nuances in her cultural background. This show was clearly based on her memoir, Too Much Soul. Interesting. Let me highlight that. I'd like to see what else someone is saying. And everybody's saying, thanks for that context. No more soul. Too much soul is a fire ass name. So let's look this up. All right. So here's the book. It is on Amazon. It says, join Cindy on her journey from being adopted in Seoul, Korea by an African American couple to growing up in the dirty South, Jackson, Mississippi. See how she fights and loves her way through life as she searches for her identity and discovers her place in the world despite the strongholds that society tries to place on her. As unique as her life is, what will resonate is the humanity of her experiences with her family, friends, and those that have impacted her, as well as the lives of those she has impacted. Become a part of her growth and glow as she continues on her journey. Okay. And so let me just tell you, let you all. I'm gonna go to the dumpster dive of Twitter in just a moment, but I'll just tell you a story. I have an old high school friend whose sister was Korean, and she was adopted into their black family. So this is not something odd for me to see. And plus, me being from a military family, this is definitely not anything odd that I've seen. I've seen a lot of black military families. And what I mean by a lot, and I'm just speaking from my sphere, that dynamic that I just explained to you, I've probably seen it 3 or 4 times. I've also seen black families adopt a white sibling group uh in the military, because the from what I saw, what I understand of that situation was the two women, the black woman and the white woman, were in the military together. The white woman died, and she made the black woman the godmother of her children. Since the white mother did not have any other family, she had actually written up in her will that she wanted the black woman to mother her children, and that's what she did. So I have seen that dynamic take place. And I see that a lot of this background, so that was just the information that I wanted to give you all, that this doesn't, the concept that we're seeing and the way that they're talking, it's not odd for me in my sphere because I've seen it before. Now, I don't know about the young lady going to the HBCU. I have not watched. We just watched the trailer together. I will watch the first episode just to see how it's running and how it's going to go. But again, we do see that there is some backlash. Let's go on the over here to Twitter. So we have here there this is the backlash that she received. I only did a few of them because again, I just want to get to Kiki's and then we're going to wrap this up. There is not one Asian director, writer on this MF planet that would center a movie around a black character. Kiki Palmer is a tap dancing ass clown. I don't care how many black people she claims to hire behind the scenes. They also deserve to be the main character on screen. F out of here. And I guess she's basically saying that even though you hire a lot of people from behind the scene, no one is really going to be able to see all of that. No one is going to be able to see all of that because what we'll focus on is who's in front of the scene. It says the television and film space is clearly running out of ideas because who gave Keke Palmer the money to create an Aquafina biopic, and why does she think anyone will enjoy it? Now, if you're not familiar with Aquafina, Aquafina is an actress, comedian, and she does a lot of her claim to fame is was doing a lot of skits and things in AAVE. She got real popular, even so popular that she was a co-lead on in the Marvel series Shang-Chi. So the girl that was in Shang-Chi, or his quote unquote possibly love interest, that was Aquafina. And she had a lot of backlash because she made her career doing talking in AAVE, and then once she got on, she's speaking the Queen's English. Somebody says every time I see Keke Palmer trending online, it's for some mess. Now, if you're not familiar with Keke Palmer is an accomplished actress. She made the transition from being a child actress to an adult actress. You remember her on such things like Aquila the Bee. I can't think of what that Jordan Peele movie is right off the top of my head, but she is an accomplished actress. We saw here a couple of years ago. She was online. She became internet famous. Nope, that's the name of the one. The Jordan Peele film. Nope. She became internet infamous a couple of years ago when she went to a Usher concert, and then her at that time we did not know her estranged boyfriend and the father of her child got on there, didn't like the attire of dress that she had, and he didn't like how she was interacting with Usher. And so there was a whole big old back and forth backlash and stuff like that. Then we found out that there was some domestic violence and all of this other stuff. So everybody was here and they were cool with her. And then I think maybe last year or earlier this year, she got some backlash because she had done an interview with Jonathan Majors, and people were like, "Girl, why are you doing an interview with this man when he has been accused or have been convicted of assault, misdemeanor assault, and you have had domestic violence?" There was a lot of backlash, and she did not air that. She did not air that interview. So now we have this information that's going on. So I just wanted to give everybody, if you're not familiar with Keke Palmer, give you why people are having such a why she keeps trending. That's the better word to say. This person right here says, you know how tone deaf Keke Palmer is? Asians were the ones that got the affirmative action released because one person was mad that they did not get into an Ivy League and assumed that black people were responsible for taking advantage when the entire time it was white women. Keke Palmer discourse reminded me of something. This Twitter user says. Uh-oh. I don't ever mean to do that. I overclick, y'all. Bill Cosby was originally going to make A Different World about what it was like for a white student to attend an HBCU in the late 80s, but they switched it and made it about Denise and gave her a white roommate. So we're going to get into Keke Palmer's explanation. She has a huge an explanation, and here it is. Let me make this
controversial
bigger.
feedback.
And so let's listen to
Hey, you
Keke Palmer.
guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I wanted to chop it up real quick about this series called Southern Fried Rice that's premiering on Key TV, that is receiving some controversial feedback. Now, Southern Fried Rice was created by Nakia Stevens, and while I can't speak to her inspiration for the show, I can speak to her dedication as a creative. I mean, Nakia has written, show ran, and produced 4 shows alongside her Damn Right Originals team with Key TV. And Key TV has proudly invested over $500,000 on her creations. And I say that because it's not easy to obtain that kind of investment. And Key TV, this is the ethos of the company. It's a network not just because it has stars and shows or has talent, but because it's about the people who create the shows and connecting them. I mean, we have Alex King, a black queer creator that made the short film Keep Me in Mind. We have Antoine Lachey, who created the horror story Blue Forest. We have Cousin M by a father and son duo, Rosero and Eric McCoy. Chelsea Sanders, who created Make It Make Sense and Unlabeled by Lawrence Murray. Chelsea also did Dear Keke. Look, what you like is subjective, but the support of black creatives is not. And it's a task that Key TV takes on with pride because if you want to be a creative, you have to be able to create. And that takes money. And it's Key TV's mission to find the funds for you to be in practice, for you to experience trial and error, and to take your projects off the page and get more than one chance to do it in action. So whether you like it all or some or none, I say give these creatives a chance to grow as we continue to grow in supporting them. So God bless you guys. And like I said, Nakia has Southern Fried Rice that's coming out most recently, but she has Nepotista, Ho and Tails, and Psychology of Fuckboys. That's also some great stuff for you to check out. Take care. Thanks for listening. Holla at your girl.
All right, we heard what Kiki Palmer had to say. So, what do you all have to say? Do you think that this idea, this television show, is uh, upsetting to you all, knowing that all the creators behind the scene are black creators, it is on a YouTube channel network that is pushing for black talent and getting funding and things like that for black talent? Would you give it a try, or are you just going to be mad, or is this internet folly, or are you truly upset? Y'all let me know down in the comments. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Y'all, what do you think about Kiki Palmer's new venture? What do you think about Southern Fried Rice? I just showed the trailer. Are y'all going to go watch it? I'm going to check out the first episode to see what it is, and I'll review the first episode and let you know what I think about it. All right, people, we do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this if you care. Y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.